put an end to these murders?
I don't know. Watching Katura work is as inspiring as it is perplexing. The old woman drags you from dive bar to flop house, leaning violently on a series of increasingly bewildered snitches and underworld contacts. At last you arrive at your apparent destination, a bakery in Iron Peak's deserted markets. Aculeus will target this place unless I am mistaken. The smoking towers of Iron Peak loom high overhead. The scent of lavender hangs in the air. A few lonely iced buns glisten in the shop's window. Katura pushes the door ajar with the muzzle of her blunderbuss. A band of cutthroats are waiting inside. The baker lies unconscious at their feet. Behind them, a strange brass contraption clicks and whirs mechanically. The brutes draw their weapons and move in for the kill. Do I have light weapons, really? Sure. Might as well. Yes, because I'm so low on health. It doesn't matter for the final battle or not, so we're just gonna have the goddamn thieves fight here.
You won't thieve a problem.
Bullshit! Oh, fuck off! Stop missing, you piece of shit! Thank you! I hate these fuckers. Every goddamn time that my gun, like, somebody fucking kills somebody else before I have a chance to shoot them! But at least I got the fucking shard. Yep, it's its own shard entity. Katura rouses the baker with a slap. Through tears, he explains that Aculeus was here but a moment ago, setting up his poison gas contraption. I overheard him tell his thugs that he was heading to the Hound next. You must stop him. The Hound. Great. Yeah. About that. He insists on pressing some warm loaves into your hands before you go. Thank you. Praise be. Cook food, cook food, cook food, cook food, cook food, cook food. We're good. We're gonna die, but we're good for the moment. We're gonna go to these two here. City streets, burning rubble again. And we're gonna go city streets. Grateful citizens. More food is available. Praise be the gods. City streets, plague. We'll fight them off. Bring them on. Last chance. From this point we can see more. Move on to this one. We can see more. The final location. Yvette and Yvonne. This one for success. Food and a potion. Not that any of that would actually help me. And then we're gonna camp. And we're gonna trade. And we're gonna buy all your food just to make sure. 1 for 1, 1 for 1, and 1 for 1. And equipment, what do you got? Frontier bar boot still. Okay, finish trading. Break camp. Head to the city streets that should be... No paths discovered. Yeah, could you really? Did you really cover up my fucking card, you prick? Wow. What bullshit is this? Thanks, game. Thanks so much for that. It's great. The city streets cover up the fucking token card. Fan-fucking-tastic. For retrieving the enchanted artifact, Warlock Wraps. Better than nothing, I guess. Weave of the Warden. Charge bash causes stun to an area when activated. Basic bash causes a brief stun. Damage taken from traps reduced by 50%. Gain an extra reroll during dice gambits. Light and flexible armor does not affect movement speed. Or chance cards. Precision. That's what we're doing a lot of today. So we'll wear that. Armor. Helmet. Mask. And then we'll head to Katura's card. Vault and Vial, Fine Baked Goods. We're here for the Band of Thieves, going to murder them, and we will use our contacts of the Empire. Why not? At least today we will hopefully get this damn token. I was hoping to run into the blunderbuss there, at that shop.
You won't be reported.
Holy crap, Katura! Now they're murdered. No. You're all dead. Katura does lots of damage with her blunderbuss. Yep, and then we have to go to the Hound, which is where we screwed up last time because the goddamn map didn't reveal. But now it did. Assholes, we have the entire map revealed beforehand, so now we can go to it without
I have
worry.
never seen the appeal in the Hound. It is the goal, not the journey, that motivates me.
Okay. As you approach the inn, you are overcome by a great sense of foreboding. The windows glow with warmth, but the usual chatter is gone, only silence remains. Piled furniture bars the entrance from the outside. Something in the air tickles your throat and burns your eyes. The cloying scent of lavender hangs in the air. A blast from Katura's blunderbuss clears the debris. You follow the old bounty hunter through the door. You swallow hard to keep the horror from overwhelming you. A scene of massacre awaits inside. The poison must have acted fast. A pair of former patrons lie slumped over a game of dice. You hear a clattering from the kitchen. The sound must be coming from the alleyways at the back of the tavern. Katura puts a finger to her lips and beckons you to follow her. You step over the bodies of the newly dead, following the cautious path of the bounty hunter. Somehow it feels like straying from it would be disrespectful. You hear the sound of a quarrel outside. Katura tries the door. Locked! Without warning, she aims her blunderbuss at the handle and fires, and kicks the stubborn pieces out of the frame. Right. The awaiting scoundrels stare wide-eyed at the mad old woman with the hand cannon before instinctively drawing their weapons. Some viciously, some warily. Great. No, we don't need it. Well, with Katura, she'll take on half of them. All on her own. You ready, Katura?
Get out of my way.
Done. One more dead. And another one dead. Silly fools. Where to next, Katura? A single outlaw clings to life. He lies on his back, pressing desperately at a seeping wound on his side. As he stares up at the gray sky, his face is a mask of quiet regret. Katura approaches and moves to kick him, but stays her boot at his face. Where is Aculeus, boy? Where does he hide? He swallows and says softly, I was going to marry her, you know. Tears fill the bandit's eyes. Once I got enough coin, I was only doing this for the gold. The bounty hunter stares down on him with cold eyes. When the boy runs out of sobs, he whispers the graveyard before quietly passing into the next life. Iron Peak Necropolis. Okay. We continue on to the Iron Peak Necropolis. Foolish child, Katura mutters. Come, the Prince of Poisons is close. You slip past a squad of city guards investigating the site of the latest attack. As they search desperately through the bodies, you see the hope drain from their faces.
Clever. You have him cornered. Can you keep him that way?
We do? Iron Peak's graveyard lies on the fog-enshrouded waterfront, a hidden island of the dead. Oh shit, yeah. Coffins are piled in spare corners. No one remains to bury them. Someone chuckles maliciously behind you. Poisoner of Greed. A figure emerges from the fog, clapping, draped in purple and emblazoned with golden scorpions. It can be none other than Aculeus, the Poison Prince. A brass contraption covers the lower half of his face. Cruel Katura, the masked man bows deeply. You remain as persistent as ever. I should have killed you back in Marhunt, but at the time I expected old age would do the job for me. Katura does not speak. Her face contorts with rage as she advances on her enemy. As she scrambles for her blunderbuss, her eyes well with tears. The villain laughs and flings a glass ball at her feet, where it shatters, engulfing the pair in pale purple fog. Stay back, rush forward. Rush forward. You charge forward, but the smoke begins to burn your eyes and throat. And somehow makes me lose my gold. Sure, from the fog you hear the distinctive sounds of daggers leaving their sheaths. Boss says you don't get out of here alive. You ready your weapon. The Prince and Katura are nowhere to be seen. Okay. Single-handedly, eh? His glass orb stole my 20 gold. A clever thief. Bullshit. Nice try. Bullshit. Come on. What's the matter? Can't seem to find a way. Oh, cheeky bastard. Where'd you go? Come on, coward! Fight me! I'll let you make the next shot. Nice try, asshat. Come on, come at me. There you go. You're done. Stupid silencer. I hate him. Or was that assassin? I don't know. Doesn't matter, he's all dead now. Whoa. The hunter. You hurry back to Katura. The poison smog has dissipated, leaving a broken body in its wake. Gingerly, you pick her up. She is even lighter than anticipated. Nothing remains of the legendary bounty hunter. All that is left is a fragile old woman on the threshold of death. You grit your teeth and hasten to an infirmary. She does not have long to live.
A reward well earned.
That was a scary reward sound. Not really a great sound there. All right.
You must be careful when you grab the snake by its tail.
Yeah.
Lest it turn and bite.
For seeking out the Prince of Poisons, Iron Peak Curatives, and the Hunter, frail and beaten. Well, that's an interesting brimstone hunter there. Chariot seems to do pretty well for Katura here, so we might as well. First brimstone companion I've ever had, permanent injury. We'll begin each challenge disabled. Complete Iron Peak Curatives encounter to continue her quest. Okay. Iron Peak Curatives. Okay. And equipment. We've now seen what the Weaver of the Warden does. So let's put in something else. Hey look, right off the bat.
Honor among thieves.
Iron Peak Curatives.
Amongst killers.
Since the events in Iron Peak Cemetery, Katura has been slowly wasting away in one of the city's empty infirmaries. The lone physician tells you warily that she will not last long, that she is alive at all is something of a miracle. You stand at her bedside, not entirely sure what to say or do. Her skin is gray and mottled. Her hands tremble and reach for something unseen and unknown. That bastard did it, I know he did. The old woman bunches her fists and curses as if anger alone could stave off death. You won't take me yet, not now, Katura mutters desperately, but her eyelids begin to droop. She grimaces out of fear or pain before succumbing to sleep. Her hand is so cold. Ask who she's talking about. Shake her. Ask who she's talking about. Her breathing is difficult, but she does not stir. Seek ye a cure? Whispers a voice at your ear. You turn to meet the wild eyes of a soot-covered woman draped in rag and bone. She leans against a crooked staff topped with a ram skull. Desperate times call for desperate measures, she tells you, and strange poisons require even stranger cures. For your companion to see another sunrise, you must trade one life for another. From beneath her tunic, she draws a scroll marked with arcane symbols. You know of the lies of the dark realm beyond the veil. The glomghouls owe their longevity to the shadow, and the creature's hearts remain rejuvenative, even when freed from the current vessel, she says with a sly smile. Witch's Cure. The Beast of the Grove. The cure requires the heart of a Beast of the Grove. Proceed to the map counter to find the ingredient. 0 of 1, 8 of 20 food. The cure requires 20 food. 12 steps until Katura. Oh, for fuck's sake! Wait, what the hell? Was I always able to do this? I don't remember being able to do this. That's interesting. Very interesting. A sacrifice of your own as well. Your travel rations will do, soaked in the blood of a shadow beast, then burnt in a censer. At her feet, let the smoke do the rest. Her time grows short, she says, as she perches eerily on the end of the bed. Go then, go now. You reach for your haversack and hurry out the door. Pricks! The Dark Grove. Deciphering the strange poetry of the witch's recipe, you find yourself descending into an ancient enchanted grove. Please tell me I just have to kill it here and not have to kill it when I have 20 food. Right. The beasts turn to face you, their eyes blaze with arcane power. Few stumble into our grove by accident, and none survive to tell of it. Well, consider me the first. I've killed plenty of your creatures in the past. So we need a lot of food. Fucking hell. Yeah, kill that one first. He's, the Beast of the Grove. Restore your fallen friend, you must carve out the beast's heart. Mages shoot projectiles from a distance. Use evade to avoid their attacks. No. I'm coming after you and only you. Only you can. Ow. I don't want to sing the song anymore. I'll already get flagged for it, I'm sure. Killed it. Massive's dead. Oh god. Ow, frenzy fucker. No. I just need to gain 12 food in, like, 12 steps. Oh, if ever there was a time for the maiden, it would be now. You take your dagger and carve the creature's heart from its chest. You find an altar dedicated to the dark entities worshipped by the shadow beasts and strip it of valuables. Like food! Or Felvin's favor. Wheel gambits. Okay. 25 gold. That's less than ideal. 10 steps until she's dead. Come on, guys. We need that cure. Doesn't matter, we get the food at least. Just 3. Oh, come on. Each step counts? Fuck you. Places I've already been. Bullshit. Tarts, pies, and exotic lies. Buy some pie. 13 pies. That's pretty damn good. Considers it for a while. Decides on a price. 10 gold, 10 gold, 10 gold, 10 gold, candle gold. Thank you. Pay Chester. Yes. For 13. Food. Okay, I'm gonna leave now. Hey!
Here's a token for you, if you can earn it.
Thank God I don't have to return to that card. It just comes to me. That's great. You return to Iron Peak bearing the ingredients for the witch's cure. The witch greedily takes the reagents from your hands and begins the ritual. A bronze basin by the foot of the patient's bed. The rations soaked in blood squeezed from a shadow beast's heart. The wild woman whispers something to her nameless gods and clicks her fingers, igniting the contents of the basin in a spout of green flame. You lose 20 food. Thick plumes of smoke fill the infirmary and cloud your vision. It becomes harder and harder to concentrate. The last thing you remember before you slip into unconsciousness is the leering face of the witch. The dusty rafters of the infirmary stretch out overhead. The dull clatterings and drippings of Iron Peak echo just out of earshot. You sit upright. Katura is lying peacefully in her bed, very much alive. The witch is nowhere to be seen, but the basin of blood remains, a dark reminder of your deeds. Her face still hollowed and gray, Katura gazes at you with heavy-lidded eyes. Ask how she's feeling, remain silent. I'm not a good person, I know this, she says softly. I have killed many, more than I can remember. Their lives blur together in a smear of blood and screams. A single tear rolls languidly down the lines of her face. She makes no motion to wipe it away. I feel no sorrow for the dead at my feet. Perhaps I am broken in my soul. It matters not, as long as my Tamar can be avenged. Ask who Tamar is, ask if Aculeus is involved. Tamar was my child, my daughter. She was perfect and brilliant, and she is long, long gone. Ask if Aculeus is involved. I found him in an Mar hunt and tracked him there. We fought once before, but I could not defeat him. She closes her eyes. But he is her killer. I know it in my bones. The witch said you saved my life. I owe you a debt. Here, she draws one of her pistols and passes it to you. I hope this serves you well. Ruin Fire Flintlock. Interesting. I will go to face Aculeus once more. Katura considers you for a moment, her exhaustion apparent in her eyes. Perhaps you should not come. You are young, and you have the weight of this land on your shoulders. I am old. Soon I will die, and the memory of this injustice will die with me. Consider your rebellion, and consider that you may die with me.
Success of a sort.
Yeah, of a sort. We're starving. Might as well just forfeit. Get that token and move on with our lives, eh? Victory! Even though it doesn't sound like it. For saving Katura from death, Aculeus and the hunter returns. And also for saving Katura from death, your supplies have been added to Ruin Fire Flintlock. Cool. I like it. The blunderbuss. Destroy the armor of 5 armored enemies to unlock this shard. Oh, fuck. Aim and shoot through multiple enemies. Shot causes 50 damage, long stun, and armor damage to all enemies it hits. Ignores defense. Item restores charges. It's got 1 use per combat. Wow. Armored enemies. We're in the Magician, which means that at the end of this we deal with corruption? Right?
A
I
creation
guess
of
we'll
a
have
skilled
one.
gunsmith. Not a subtle gunsmith, but a skilled one.
Aye.
Now you approach
Aculeus.
then.
Yes.
You bring them to justice.
Keturah arrives at the Iron Peak necropolis with you in tow. With great caution, you sneak through the twisting maze of crypts and sepulchres before spotting a gathering of brigands amid the old graves below. You hide behind a headstone. The prince's thugs crowd around a cadaver. Your stomach turns, but Keturah stays silent. The corpse quite clearly belongs to one of the poisoner's victims. Aculeus himself stands off to one side, admiring his handiwork. The body is bloated, its limbs twisted unnaturally from its final anguished moments. Aculeus clasps his hands together in triumph. Dear friends, this may well be my masterpiece, my masterwork. How does it feel to be in the presence of a true genius of the murderous arts? Oh, jeez. I said, how does it feel, cruel Keturah? Aculeus stares directly at your hiding spot. Couple of would-be heroes, boss? A bandit asks as he draws his daggers. This old woman isn't here to save Iron Peak, the Prince of Poison asks. She's here because she has a death wish. Buddy, you don't even understand what you're up against. The Prince of Poisons himself, Aculeus. There are those who hate because they know no better. This man is not one of them. Poisoners deploy a canister that slowly depletes your life. Destroy it with an attack or ranged ability to stop the effect.
Now you...
Excuse me, trying to hit the damn canister here. How am I still taking damage? She knows exactly where you're going to be, boy. Right to the head. Ah, bastard. Keturah drops her blunderbuss and hobbles over to the prince's body, blood oozing from a deep cut in her thigh. She drops to her knees and begins scrabbling at his mask. Come on, she whispers. Come on, you bloody bastard. Gain 2 gold. Help her with it. You gently unclasp the face cover and lift it from the corpse's face. Keturah stares at the killer's face and exhales. A tear falls from her eyes, then another, and then another. This isn't him. The old woman's ragged sobs are carried away on the cold graveyard wind. Then she stops, wipes her eyes, and stares at the creases in her hands. Asks what the culprit is supposed to look like. Ask how long it has been since Tamar's death. Ask what Keturah will do now. Keturah frowns, her eyes dart about wildly as if she had not been asked that question for a very long time. It was definitely a he, or maybe it wasn't. I remember the eyes clearly. Those cruel, cruel eyes. It's been too many years. Sometimes it is hard to remember what she looks like. The old woman's ragged sobs are carried away on the cold graveyard wind. Then she stops, wipes her eyes, and stares at the creases in her hands. Asks what she'll do now.
Fame alone has got you here.
Oh, now I can
Let
use my
action
blunderbuss.
carry you forward.
Yes, I will equip it. You have held up your end of the bargain. I will offer what I can to this rebellion. Take this mask, Katura says with a sigh as she rises to her feet. Let's get our gold. Visit the Iron Peak Ballistics encounter card to upgrade Katura. Mask of the Exile. When causing bleed, the effects last 25% longer. One enemy deals 200% damage. When defeated, all enemies deal 50% damage for 30 seconds. Exclude shadows, undead, and corrupted. Gold Pain. Gain 5 gold after every encounter where you draw a pain card. Gain 25 gold from the Gold Pain ability to earn the shard. Right. Alright. 4. Defeating the Prince of Poisons. Senik's Sting and Mask of the Exile. And for claiming the Prince's Bounty, Iron Peak Ballistics and Iron Peak Necropolis. So many shards!